Haven't done a recap in a while. Today is, well, it's really Friday, July 11th, but it's after midnight, so it's the 12th. So, um, been trading one at account at a time kind of since March. I always got away from trading the 20 counts at a time, although I'm kind of getting back to that a little bit because I've been on a good roll using Affordable Indicators Duplicator. Trade copy that one here. It's the weekend, so the Rhythmic data is out, but these are all accounts I trade. Let's see what else I could look at here. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that. These are the eval. Yeah, so here's the Rhythmic charts along with the trade of 8. I think there's 11 or 12 here, and then the 1 PA. And that's kind of what I'm looking at here. I've been trading for a while. I mean, 16 days. I'm not going for a lot per day, but it's getting close to payout. Let's pull up the trade performance. I haven't looked at this, so I'm curious to see the numbers on it. And so I made a little over 1,000. It was 16 days to do it, though. 71% win rate. The things I look at is the profit factor, the max drawdown, and then average winning trade, average losing trade. These are all good numbers, especially at 71%. And the largest, so max success and losses, things like that. So the numbers are real good. And then I like to look at the daily. It doesn't look like there was any losing days here. And then some days I took 1 or 2 trades, $4, and I don't have a lot of time, especially in May and June. I had no time. I passed this in from March probably to May, and then it became a PA, and then I've been trading it since then. Now, since June was done, that's my busy season, DJ, and I've been trading kind of more daily, doing some overnight trading as well. Getting home from work from 1, 2 in the morning. At 3 o'clock, if there's good movement, I'll take some trades. And you can see I've been able to trade just about every day here, getting the accounts up, and a nice profit way. So really no losing days, not a lot of big winning days, but that's okay. It's getting to pay out. So that's the 25Ks. And then let me kill that. And we'll pull up one of the 50Ks just to see the difference. Okay. Let's go to the summary first. Always like to look at that. Yeah, so just about the same, 69, 71. Numbers are pretty similar. The 25K is actually trading better than the 50K. But overall, can't complain. 138. How long was I trading this account? I think it's been a while. I had 20 days. So a little over 100, little $100 a day to get that profit, and it's close to passing. This one's been for 24 days. And look how close, though. It's $100 away on it. And, you're looking less than $100 a day on that one. So, again, I'm just taking 1 or 2 trades and shutting it down in micros. Sometimes I'll do NQ on the 25K. Let me go back to that. Performance. And max drawdown, $2,500 buffer, so not even 10% of the drawdown. And that was the biggest. That was probably NQ that I took that loss. And this was probably NQ on the biggest trade, like 1 contract. And pretty even, I tell you, on my longs and my shorts. Almost identical, which means my trading is working no matter what I do. Like my trade management. This tells me my trade management is good. Whether I go long or short, my rules-based trade management is good. Let's go to the analysis. I like to look at the daily. And again, no losing days. I know I had some losing days on some of the accounts, but it wasn't, more than a few $100. Because I've been trading, well, 1 account at a time. And lately, I've been grouping some Wow, that's pretty good. But you know, look at some of these days, 16 bucks, 20 bucks. I didn't have a lot of time to trade, so you know, just took one or two trades just to get the trading day in and take a few profits. So some days I had a little more time to trade, and you can see like these days here. But not all, you can see. I mean, some days I did well, but for the most part, you know, a couple of winning trades, closed it. A couple of winning trades, closed it. And then if I was in a good trend or, you know, added in, that's when the profits came. Or added contracts on a good setup. Maybe I did 4 micros instead of 1 or 2. Um, you know, a couple of those trades and it's going your direction. It adds up quick. Nice profit wave here. So what else? A couple of things that I've added. Was a company called Simple Market Metrics. That's this company here. If you're a beginner trader, it's $99, I think, for this in TradingView. It doesn't trade with NinjaTrader, but I watch this on a separate laptop, separate computer, as I'm trading my charts, which I didn't even show my charts today. And, well, let me see if I can kick it in gear while I let it load up. Oh, maybe it is up. Yeah. Oh, the date is gone. Nothing's connected. So I can't even see some trades. But anyway, this is what I trade off of, but I do look at this. So go back to 9 o'clock in the morning. And this, I mean, I wouldn't trade the open. Let's see when, this is the signal. Yeah, 28. But from 07, yeah, it's 50 points. Here's another signal. Doesn't look like a lot, but that's 30 points. Look at this signal. 926, you went up. I mean, how much do you need? How much money do you need? And this is before 10 o'clock. Here's another signal. You know, and I don't just randomly take these signals. There's a lot that goes into what I take. But the rules here are it's a 21 EMA and a 200 EMA. In the trading room, they wouldn't take this short because it was above the 200 EMA. They like this signal. Like they would have took this one because it was above the 21 and the 200. You got your signal. They either put the stop at the bottom of the candle or it's the slow EMA. Across at a slow EMA, price close of that would be a close trade. Let's see if we can find a loss here. Here's another beautiful signal. I have something called a chop filter on. They don't use that, but I do. Their signal would have came here when it turns green, green, but they would have lost that trade. With the chop filter, it waited and it gave a better signal. Again, the room trades differently than me. Even my signals will be different than how this Simple Market Metrics rooms trades because they don't use a chop filter. They use signals again. Their signals here. This signal matched up. This is where their signals would come in. As soon as you get green, they got a signal. So this actually would have been a losing trade. Interesting. I wouldn't have lost a lot. But if the price closes above the 21 EMA, which is this line here, that's a losing trade. I would have lost 3 points. Here's another one. They go for 10 points, never hit it. Yeah, that would have been an 18-point loss. But looks like they won here. The winner, and a winner is 10 points. So I will use this, and I use it more for direction or, you know, I don't want to take a short into the 200 EMA. I don't want to do that. When it breaks, I do like to short, but then it had resistance here. Again, I don't want to go short into a level here. And look, it hits a level and goes back. Now, when it closes above this is a signal they would take in the room. Why? Because green background, green bar, we closed above the 21 EMA and the 200. Boom, they take that trade and they win it. And I would probably look for longs here too. I don't know if I would take that exact trade. Again, here's another loser. But, you know, 5 points. And then look at this beautiful signal here. Boom. So they do work, but you got to, you know how to manage your trades properly. Like I said, I've been trading overnight. If there's some good action, I'm just going to go back to 3 in the morning. I think I took something just after 3. I got home late from a gig. Yeah, look at that beautiful signal. Yeah, I think I was watching here. Another one. Look at this short. And I knew there was bad tariff news, so I was looking shorts. And again, 200 EMA 21 closed below. Boom. Again, in the room, they wouldn't take these. And you can see they kind of sort of struggled. You know, again, long into 200 EMA, not advisable. But short below 200 EMA, this is what they teach. You'd go short here. They wouldn't go long here. They would go short here. And you didn't get very much on it. You got 7-8 points. And then if, you know, you didn't get your 10, you'd be stopped out here at 74. 5-point loss. Again, no long. You wouldn't take that. You'd take this. Again, that would lose. That could be a pretty big loss there. 22 points. Again, I wouldn't take this into the EMA, but once it closes above, I could take that. Even though there's no signal, I wouldn't take the long here. I would take it once it closed above the 200, and that's the right trade. Again, shorting into 200, no. The room would have took this, and they have, obviously they wouldn't have won. They would have got stopped out at 07, 09, so 10-point loss. Anyway, that's some market metrics. It's great if you're a beginner. Another winning trade here. It'll really teach you, you know, how to trade, and just keep learning. But you can see signals are pretty good.